Hear me now? What the hell's going on with my microphones? Can you hear me now? Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Is she fed?
She's not fed. No, I'll take it. Sorry about that, guys. Boy, oh boy, what a what a great show opening there. Um, yeah, so I made this nice, awesome rant, and you guys didn't hear any of this. Let me start over again. Hi, I'm John from ProCraps, and I'm live. Here is Duracell. I texted him. My wife just brought me my phone. Everybody's texting you. I don't know what happened, but I'm not live. Anyway, I'm live, but the mic wasn't working. So let me repeat what I said earlier, and I'll cut that part out of the video later. Short show today because we're going back for the follow-up visit for my wife's eye, and I've had a lot of stuff going on this week, and I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening. So obviously I was working a lot for a few weeks there, and it was kind of a mess. This week, my wife had this issue with her eye, and what happened was there's part of your eye is called the vitreous, and it basically is the jelly that's inside your eye, and her left eye over the summertime, the vitreous kind of shrinks and it kind of pulls off the back wall of your eye, and it can pull the retina off essentially. So you get bad floaters with that. Well, that happened to her left eye. It ended up detaching on its own, and it was okay. She has floaters, but nothing major. The right eye had happened to about 2 weeks ago, and we were keeping an eye on it, of course, because that can happen. Well, during the Super Bowl, about halftime, she went totally blind in her right eye. Like completely lost all vision over here during the game. Like, holy crap, Off we go to the doctors, and there was so much blood in there, they couldn't tell what was going on. They couldn't see anything because there was so much blood in the eye, which is alarming. So we went every day this week. We're monitoring, checking, doing the thing. Yesterday we had the procedure where they went in to A, get the blood out, and B, see what happened, So it turns out that the vitreous did not pull the retina off. The retina held tight, but it tore a little bit. Which popped the vessel, and that's why the blood was in there. So they repaired it with lasers. So thank God she's okay, and you guys, thanks for your prayers and all that, because it helps, believe me. She's good, and I say this to you not to unload my life on you, but it's a cautionary tale, right? When you go to the eye doctor, get that stuff checked. Like there's extra tests you can do that are like $30-$40 when you're there. Just get them. I mean, they can tell this stuff way early, right, and start intervening. Just for that, right? My heart, same thing, right? I do the echo, I do the stress echo, I do the nuclear exam every year. It's a day. Your insurance covers it. Go get that shit done. Nemo has had heart problems. I've had heart problems. It's not a lot. Get your shit checked out, right? That's my advice to you. The other thing is this. My life has been upside down for another reason. And this one's kind of hard to talk about because it's a good friend of mine. So I'm wearing, again, I showed you from my FCA shirt today, FCA. This is the organization that I coached baseball with for, God, my son was 7 years old when Bruce and I started the FCA baseball program here in Washington. It stands for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And you guys in the South know FCA is huge. Up here, it's not in Seattle, FCA is clearly not a big thing. But it meant a lot to us and our family and our kids, and having like a faith-based sports program that put 90% of our players went on to play college baseball. We were a good baseball program. Well, when my son got out of the program and then went to college, I picked up a team of 13-year-old kids, and I brought them through to 18s. They all just are in college. They're all sophomores in college now. The mom of one of those kids, her name is Gina. She was diagnosed with cancer about 4 years ago. So we were playing, and she had and it was massive, like everywhere, the everywhere kind of cancer. And she fought for all the years we played. She was a tiger mom. She was awesome. Mama Bear, she was amazing. And I've worn the shirt. I know Waylon has made comments on the shirt. He said, "I love your shirt, man. It's one that says faith over fear. It's got the big cross on it." I wear that shirt because that was the shirt that we had printed up for her as a fundraiser when she first got diagnosed. And we all had the shirt, and we all have Gina Mackey stickers on our cars. Well, she's in hospice now. So I got the word over the weekend that she got pneumonia and she's in hospice, and the family's with her. So we're going to basically lose a really good friend of mine and a person who touched the lives of all the baseball. She was like our team, like we called her the GM. She was our GM, our general manager of our team. She ran everything for me. I coached. She did all the logistic work. She was an amazing woman. And we're going to lose her, man. It sucks. Carter, my player, he's sophomore in college now, and his brother is a senior in high school. rough time for them, you know. So that's what this week has been, you know, that situation, my wife's eye, the extra stuff I'm doing at work, and you know, it's been rough, you know, and you know, as you know, last week we did the show with Myopia Movie, and it generated a lot of response, right? A lot of negative response, which I think is unfortunate because he's a great guy, genius level math person, right? Excellent guy to talk to. I think he's super engaging and amazing. Yet after the show, we get all this negative email about he's full of shit and blah blah blah, and you know that, you know, whatever. I guess I'm conditioned to being called out on things, but that was, I don't know. It just leaves a bad taste when that kind of crap happens, and guys, you know, giving up hours of his time to kind of help us out, and you know, gets pounced on for whatever reason. And it happened again yesterday. Same thing, right? Getting this big, ugly. And I did this video yesterday where I thought I was having some fun with the DI stuff, because it's a fun debate. I enjoy the DI debate. I think it's a fun debate. I don't really pick a side, right? I try in DI. I'm not very good at it. I'm honest about it. I think that there's randomness in everything, but I like to have fun. I like to get in the weeds and kind of talk through it all. Well, you know, people pick sides and get in their echo chambers, and before you know it, it's a pissing match in the comment section. And again, you've got people that are just destroying each other for nothing over a stupid ass debate. It makes zero freaking sense. And it's like, do I stop talking about that stuff or do I keep talking about it? I'm going to keep talking about it. I can have that same rant that I had yesterday on the other side of it, right? I think it's a good debate to have, but we got to be fucking adults at some point with this thing. So that kind of pissed me off yesterday too. And then of course this morning I'm out there doing my daily paycheck, and I get accused of faking my roles, right? Like, you guys have known me for better part of 2 years now. You should have complete faith in the fact that if anybody's not faking their roles, it's me. And I would like to think that I've garnered enough trust over the course of a couple of years by losing my ass in front of you, right? By making mistakes in front of you, that you would have enough faith to know that I'm throwing live. And that what I'm doing with you when I'm live is actually live, unless I tell you that I'm not. There are days where I say, I'm going to be pre-recorded tomorrow. Sorry, like yesterday. But to be accused of faking my roles and weighting my dice or whatever like that happened today, it's bullshit. I'm better than that. I know 90% of you, 99.9% of you probably don't believe that, but that's bullshit. And I'm telling you what, it's upsetting to feel like the trust you thought you gained is not really there, I guess, with some people. So for what it's worth, I guess every day now I have to go and put up a comment like, hey, Charlie, love you, brother, to prove that I'm live or something. I don't know what I have to do to prove I'm live, but you know, whatever. I'm doing this every day. I get up at 7:00 every fucking morning to go out here and have fun and do this with you all. You know, yeah. I'm faking it. I'm out here faking it to try and I'm trying to lose $5,000 a week, you know, in front of you to see, just because. I don't know why, but anyway, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way today. I wasn't going to do a show this morning, but I thought y'all want to know why I wasn't live yesterday. If I'm not myself, my usual plugged in, awesome, funny self, I've got things happening in my life, and you know, we're all people too. So family, faith, friends, all that stuff matters, and I think respect and trust matters too. And I feel like, you know, whatever, man, that's just whatever. So on that level, let's go to the screen. I'm gonna share my screen really quick before we have to go to the doctor today. And here is the stats. Speaking of perfection, right? So this week was a perfect week so far. We are so far 6-0 here on the daily paycheck. This is the offensive line strategy. Now today I cheated a little bit. Every day we've won. We won $700 the first 3 days. No problems, right? Today, this morning, I won $500, right? And I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave, right? We're done. I'm walking out the casino. $500, I'm out, right? Then I said, fuck it, let's keep playing, right? So we did it. I went back in again and started out with a loss of 400. And I'm sorry, this is $2,200, $2,200. Loss of 400, and then we came back and profited 1,800 after the loss, right? So we came all the way back. I'm like, you know what? I'm writing that down because this was a good run. This was actually starting in the hole and winning. Our net profit, actually, the net profit here was 1,800, but we started $400 down, so I'm calling it $2,200 because the strategy worked, and you got to see it happen, the full pull. I'm putting it in here. I'm going to put an asterisk, though. This is an asterisk. Technically, we did this as an after show, not a real paycheck. But I want to get it logged in that we did it on camera and that it won, and the process worked. So this is going to be after tomorrow, depending how tomorrow goes. One of the very few, and here's the summary of all the strategies, right? Of all the ones that have done well so far. This one, if I actually sorted this thing by profit and loss percentage, let's do data sort sheet by D, Z to A. It's now the top, 96% profit on that one. The 3-point dolly, which is a don't pass with max odds, also 90% profit, 6-0. The mind from Wayland was also 6-0, which is surprising. I've lost my ass on that strategy a few times, but in the paycheck week, it worked out good. Moonbow, which apparently is being played live, Adam G saw it being played live in West Virginia by some random person, was 6-1. The Come Ladder, obviously, of course, 5-0. The Storm and the Horseman, the Odds Maker and the 330 Surprise, all did really well. These things all did pretty good. They're all making money. Really, though, the big ones are, I think, from here. The 50% profit and up strategies are the ones that I'm more interested in seeing a second time. I might throw the Horseman, the Storm in there. We'll see. But yeah, so far so good. The paycheck has got some strategies that just work. And what is the commonality? Line betting, come better, line betting, Horseman, line and come bets, odds maker, line and come bets, right? Of the top 8, 6 of them, 7 or 5 of them are line betting strategies. What does that tell you? It tells you exactly what you need to know about the game of craps. And here we go back to here. The people, the math people, right? And I used to get really pissed off at PJ. PJ and I used to fight all the time, right? Until I banned him from the channel because he got banned from the channel, by the way, not for being right. He was banned because he was being an asshole, right? He was being divisive in the chat. He was actually being hateful in the chat. And that's why he's gone, not because he was wrong or right. Line betting, sometimes with odds, is quote unquote the best way to play, right? And I think that the results of the paycheck series prove that out. All the strategies that are line betting made money over the course of a week. All the ones that rely on a home run didn't make money reliably, except for the Moonbow. It's the one that was kind of reliable because it has that hedge built into it. Now, that said, that style of betting, great for paycheck style play. $500 a day, 10% wins. You're not going to hit a home run playing the line. You're going to have steady wins or steady losses, but you're going to be here, and it's about getting out when the getting's good. The home run strategies, the right side stuff, or the don't pass with the massive odds, those are more volatile. They will win you more money in a session, big money in a session. They're not going to be paycheck style plays. And I think when you're looking at the casino, your trips as a paycheck player, winning 10% versus I'm going to go there and take their ass. You're two different mindsets, two different strategy types, two different play styles, two different everything. So I think as we go forward in this show, in the paycheck show, we're going to start calling that out. Like, are you playing today as on a paycheck mindset? 10% get in, get out, no distractions? Are you a machine? Or are we going to have some fun with some friends and have a decent, good time? Are we going to there to try and empty that rack out, empty their rack out? Different mindsets. And that's why I think we got to look at strategies that we play in all the different scenarios when you play them. And I think the line betting strategies are great for paycheck style play. And I'm learning as we do the paycheck style, this series, it's becoming evident that low house edge, you're not going to get destroyed most of the time. You're not going to win a fortune most of the time, but you can sure as hell, kind of run that line and get your 10%. So that's the takeaway for me so far in the paycheck series. That's a good way to make a paycheck, line betting. We'll never hit a home run on the don't pass unless you're there for 11 hours or something like that. So Dan Tanis is starting an experiment. Dude, I love your stuff. I wish you would do more videos. He's starting an experiment that we'll find interesting. I'm glad to see that. DGE, dude, I'm glad that you like the show. This show is supposed to be just me bullshitting. It turns into strategy sometimes, but I liked it as bullshit. I'd rather just do this all day long, like a radio show. But hey, that's it. I gotta go, guys. It's 8:30. We're gonna go to the doctor for Kathy's follow-up. They're gonna look in there and see if they did a good job yesterday. We hope that we're good. But hey, I got to run. Sorry for the short show today, but I wanted to make sure I said hi. I want to give you the update on how she's doing because I know we got a lot of good wishes in chats and in personal. And I just had to call it out, man. I didn't like what I saw in comments yesterday. I did not like what I saw in chat this morning with my live show being questioned as being live and me being questioned as a cheater on TV. I don't weight my dice. Every dice that I've got they're coming. Most of my die, 90% of them come from at a casino. So all that's some bullshit right there. I don't fake anything. Cage is here, dude. You're my boy. I love you, man. Thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot, everybody. And for those of you who have been with me for 2 years, I can't even tell you. There's the big virtual hug from me to you. Love y'all. God bless everybody. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow morning. Y'all have a great one. Bye.